Come with me to a place of wondrous contradictions. A place that is silent and unstirring, yet restless and alive. A place of untold peace and boundless dread. Come with me into the very cradle of darkness, where those who dwell alone. Larry and Ellen Calvin didn't know it, but this fateful, dreary night was filled with magic. The kind of magic that makes anything possible, even one's wildest ambitions. The Calvins have traveled from far away to meet Vance Delbert, Grand Master of Magic, who retired suddenly at the height of his fame.
I remember. Let me do the talking.
Welcome. You must be the Calvins.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Delbert, at last.
It's my privilege, Mrs. Calvin.
Ellen. And this is my husband, the amazing Calvin.
Please call me Larry.
Let me take your coats.
I can't tell you what an honor it was to receive your invitation, Mr. Delbert. Larry has always been your biggest fan.
You know, ever since I retired 2 years ago, I've been searching for a young magician to mentor, but no one seemed to be quite right. There was something about your letter that set you apart.
Larry's a very quick study.
I sure hope so.
Technique can be taught. What I'm looking for is ambition, the drive to succeed. That's what I gleaned from your letter.
Oh, believe me, we're ambitious.
Teamwork is extremely important to our craft.
We're a team, all right. Through thick and thin.
Vance?
Miranda, these are the Calvins.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Delbert.
It's time for bed, Vance.
I'll be right up, darling. Let me show you to your room. We'll talk magic in the morning.
We did it, Larry. We finally hit the mother lode.
Can you believe the way that Delbert aged? He can't be more than 45, but gosh, he looks like he's 60.
He's gonna give us the secrets. He's gonna make us headliners.
What about that wife of his? What the hell's wrong with her?
Larry, who cares about his wife? Delbert is gonna teach you his illusions. No more kiddie parties. No more state fairs.
Hey, I thought we did pretty good at those state fairs.
The hell with the state fairs. We're gonna be opening for Wayne Newton in no time.
It's just that his illusions are so complicated. You know, I'm not the quick study you said I was.
But you can be, Larry. If you believe in yourself. You'll succeed, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Well, then that's all you need.
But what if I'm not good enough?
We're here to succeed. And that's all there is to it. Okay?
I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Is there another reel? An encore, perhaps?
Anything in particular you missed?
Naturally, we were expecting your showstopper.
You must mean the mystery of the stainless blade.
It's only the greatest sword trick anyone's ever seen.
We never recorded the stainless blade on film.
Because you didn't want anyone to study it or copy it. What a shame. Larry was dying to see it, weren't you, Larry?
It's a hell of a trick.
The mystery of the stainless blade is what is called high magic. Mastering it requires great discipline, great endurance, and above all, commitment.
Would it be, asking too much to see a live demonstration of it? Please, Mr. Delbert. It would make Larry so happy.
What do you think, my dear? Are you up to the strain? Give us 15 minutes to prepare the library.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of high magic.
A world where anything is possible. Certainly you're familiar with sword tricks, but I assure you this is no mere foolery. While honeymooning in Martinique, my wife and I happened upon a mystic, a keeper of secrets. As a wedding present, he bestowed on us this sword and all its magical powers. Examine the blade, if you will. Be careful when you finger its razor-sharp edge, for it is indeed an instrument of death. The mystic warned that only the committed ones, the true believers in magic, may keep the mystery of the stainless blade. We are the keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the impossible. Nous sommes prêts. Nous sommes à vos ordres.
I'd give anything to learn that trick.
It looks so real. I'll never be able to do it like that.
Larry, how is Dilbert gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?
I just can't figure out how it's done, that's all.
Well, just give it time, baby. Delbert will show you everything.
I'm telling you, Ellie, we ought to pack up right now and just get out of here as fast as we can.
Same old Larry. Still quaking in his boots. Thought of success.
I know what I heard. I know what I saw. There was blood gushing under the door.
Larry, it was a nightmare. You've had plenty of them before.
Honey, the woman was screaming in pain.
Have you been drinking again?
No. I have been sober for 6 weeks. You know that.
Fine. Then let's go have a look at your pool of blood.
Okay.
Now, are you satisfied?
It was here. It was here, I swear to you it was. You must have cleaned it up.
Larry, get a grip.
Is everything all right?
Fine. It couldn't be better. We were just admiring those beautiful antiques.
I was just about to fix some breakfast. Would anyone care to join me?
Oh, we'd love to.
Is Miranda coming?
I'm afraid my wife is recuperating this morning.
Oh, my goodness. Nothing serious, I hope.
No, just a bit of stomach discomfort.
Well, she seemed to be in terrible pain last night.
The practice of high magic is quite stressful emotionally and even physically. But I'm happy to report that Miranda is much better now.
But there was blood at your door.
Blood? What blood?
We really should get dressed for breakfast. We'll meet you downstairs. Listen up, and listen up good. I'm gonna go downstairs, and I'm gonna try and smooth things over, okay? And I don't want to see you going down those steps until you are ready to act like a rational human being.
You and Larry are an ideal team because you both seem so driven, so hungry to achieve success.
Mr. Delbert, we're so hungry we can taste it.
Mrs. Calvin, my wife and I came to a decision last night. We've decided to teach you how to perform the mystery of the stainless blade.
Oh, my God. You mean now?
Ellie, my hand to God, the woman had holes through her body.
It's gonna be all right.
Oh. Big, gaping holes. You could see right through her.
He must be delusional.
You tell the truth. How you skewered your wife with that sword. The only real trick here is that she's still breathing.
Anyone care for some tea?
Mr. Delbert? Mr. Delbert. I just want to apologize for my husband's outburst.
No need for apologies, my dear. High magic isn't for everyone. Sometimes the commitment isn't there.
No. That's not the problem at all. It's just that my husband has a very small drinking problem. And it never interferes with his work, mind you. It's just that his imagination runs a bit wild.
Perhaps we should postpone the lesson.
No. Absolutely not.
It is crucial that both of you have the commitment. It takes two to make this work.
Believe me, Larry is committed. You just give me half an hour, and he'll be bursting with commitment.
In that case, I'll prepare the library. It's time, darling.
But it doesn't make any sense. We've only been here 2 days, and think about it. They want to now hand us their showstopper?
For the love of God, that's what we came here for.
I can't go through with it. It's more than just a trick. That woman ought to be dead.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Larry? That we've been having tea with a corpse?
Look, don't ask me to explain it, all right? But I'm telling you, I heard those screams. I saw the wounds. I cannot cause you that kind of pain.
I can live with the pain. I've lived with it every day of our marriage. No matter how hard I try to make a life for us, you always have to deliberately ruin it.
Not true. Not this time.
hallucinations come from. This is where all our problems come from.
I only had a little.
Yeah, well, I've had too much.
What are you doing?
I'm just tired. I'm tired of living my life with a loser.
Ellie, please don't do this. You know how much I love you. I can't live without you. I'll do anything to make you stay. Anything you want.
Venez ici, force obscure. Nous vous offrons une nouvelle âme.
Larry, this is your big chance. It's everything we've ever been waiting for. And there is absolutely no reason to be scared.
But I'm afraid for you. I would never do anything to hurt you.
If you love me, you'll go downstairs and learn that trick. Prove to me you're the amazing Calvin. Prove it to yourself.
My precious Miranda, you'll always be with me, always in my heart.
We're ready.
Force obscure, venez à moi. Un nouveau candidat se présente. Join us in the circle.
What circle? Oh. I don't remember a circle before.
Force obscure, prenez son cœur. Elle vous l'offre. Prenez-le et donnez-lui le secret en échange. C'est la fin. C'est le début. Nous sommes prêts. Venez à nous. Thrust the sword.
That's it?
Do as he says. Larry, thrust the damn sword!
What the hell is going on here? My God. What have I done?
You freed my wife, and you gave Ellen what she wanted.
Help me. She's dying.
Yes, I know. But soon she will return to a life of sorts, and you too will have the fame you always coveted. Thrilling audiences all over the world as we did. On stage, she will be the perfect assistant. But at night, she will feel the agonizing pain of death as my Miranda did. And just as I shared her suffering, so will you share hers. Success always comes at a price.
The bliss that comes with fame and fortune can sometimes be an illusion.
I'd give anything to learn how to do that trick.
No sleight of hand is required because those eager to attain success are often deceived by their own desires. And resisting one's desires may be the greatest magic feat of all. Come with me to a place of wondrous contradictions. A place that is silent and unstirring, yet restless and alive. A place of untold peace and boundless dread. Come with me into the very cradle of darkness, where those who dwell alone. His name is Andy Hill. His age, 35. His occupation? Well, he's never had one. You see, Andy has spent the last 15 years of his life in prison. But tonight is the beginning of a new dawn, a detour into a world he never dreamed possible.
Your parole officer tells me you worked in the prison infirmary.
That's right.
Well, this isn't a medical job, Hill. It's strictly janitorial.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a significant other?
No, ma'am.
Good. Working the night shift is hell on a social life. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. We affectionately refer to this wing as the vegetable aisle, home to our coma patients. That means your job is simple. All you have to do is keep the area neat and presentable for the visiting loved ones. It's pretty routine, really. Evening Jack. It's old Jack friendly, except he's not so friendly anymore. Over here is Frank Gillis. Poor boy was struck by lightning 6 months ago. He's a keeper. Remember, never touch the patients or the machines. Are you decent, princess?
Who's that?
Grace Matthews. Came to us about a week ago. Word is she was a real society cupcake. Fell into a coma after tumbling down a flight of stairs. Probably tripped wearing some fancy high heels. Those things will kill you.
Is she gonna be all right?
All right. Look at her, Hill. She's got squash for brains. The only thing keeping this woman alive is her health insurance.
It's so dark in here. God, you're so beautiful. What am I so nervous about? It's not like you're gonna get out of bed and kick me out of your room. Of course, if we were anywhere else, a classy woman like you wouldn't give me the time of day. Can't have that. A woman like you deserves nothing but the best. That's better. They should take better care of you. I don't know how anybody expects you to get better. I mean, this place is like a morgue. Beats listening to those machines, huh?
Hill, what's going on in here?
It's Grace.
What about Grace?
She moved. She touched my hand.
It's probably just a reflex. Coma patients have all sorts of muscle spasms. See? It doesn't mean anything.
This wasn't a reflex.
There's no sign of movement. You weren't touching her, were you?
No, ma'am.
Hello?
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Jonah Matthews, Grace's husband.
This is a hospital, mister. You can't smoke here.
Right, I was just leaving. Take good care of her.
Thank you.
Who said that?
What are you so jumpy about?
Nothing. Everything's fine. Hello?
I really wanted to thank you, Andy.
Who is this?
Not just for opening the window tonight, but for everything.
Grace?
Someone is coming, Andy. I have to go. I'll see you tonight.
You cleaned Grace's room yet? Well, what are you waiting for? She's not gonna bite you.
Don't be afraid.
You can't be awake. This is all in my head.
Does this feel real to you? Come, Andy. Sit down.
But how?
I think maybe you had something to do with it.
Grace, this is wonderful. Let me give Miss Walker the doctor's.
No, Andy.
Why? You're awake. This is what everyone's been praying
This
for.
is not for them to know.
Hill? Are you in there?
Come back tomorrow. Don't tell anyone we talked.
Grace, I really think...
This has to be our secret, Andy. Promise me.
Who were you just talking to?
Nobody.
Why'd you lock the door?
I didn't. It must have shut behind me.
Doors always stay open in the coma ward, Hill. No excuses. I don't like you spending so much time in this room.
Yes, ma'am.
They're beautiful. Where's Miss Walker?
She's on a break.
Then we don't have much time. What's wrong, Andy?
There's something you don't know about me.
I know what I see, and what I see is decent and kind.
You don't understand. I've been in prison.
So have I. Locked in this body, trapped in a relationship that has no meaning. I was so lonely until you came along.
Grace, I can never give you the things that your husband did.
You've already given me more than I've ever had.
I used to spend nights alone in my cell, dreaming of having someone to spend my life with. Someone to care for. Who'd care for me.
It's not a dream anymore. I love you, Andy.
What the hell are you doing?
What happened, Andy? She looked so angry.
She's transferring me to another part of the hospital. If I go back to the coma ward again, I'll be fired.
She's trying to break us up. We can't let her do this.
I'm sorry, Grace.
Tell me you won't let her, Andy. I'm nothing without you.
Yes, I know. The insurance company told me that our coverage runs out in 2 weeks. I don't care what it costs. I want the best care for Grace. Excuse me, I'm with my wife. Can you come back later?
Visiting hours are over. You need to leave.
I'll call you back.
I don't make the rules.
No, you don't.
Thank God he's gone.
You're shaking. Grace, what's wrong? What happened?
Just hold me, Andy. I'm so afraid.
Tell me what happened.
My husband is trying to kill me. Now, I'm sure it wasn't an accident. The railing didn't just give way. Jonah tampered with it. He fixed it so I'd fall.
But he's always here fawning over you like he really cares.
But don't you see that's his alibi? Trust me, Andy, he wants me out of his life. And as long as I'm like this, he can't get his hands on my money. I've been watching him every day. He comes by waiting for the right moment to finish what he started.
I'm not gonna let him hurt you, Grace.
No, and you go back to prison.
What are you doing back in this ward?
I'm protecting Grace.
Protecting Grace. From whom?
From him. He's trying to kill her.
Are you out of your mind? I have no idea what he's talking about.
You're a liar, Matthews. Grace told me everything. I know all about the night you rigged the railing.
Grace told you.
Yes. I know this sounds crazy, but Grace is awake. I'll show you. Grace, it's me, Andy. Wake up. Please, Grace, you gotta wake up. Tell her what you told me.
This is Kate Walker. I need security up here. Stat.
No, wait, Miss Walker.
All right, Hill. Clear out your locker.
I'm telling you, Grace needs me.
You're fired. End of story.
You don't understand. Grace is in danger. He tried before, now try again. Grace! Grace! Grace!
I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews. This parole officer will be hearing about this.
Parole officer? The man belongs in a psycho ward.
Grace,
Andy, come quick. Jonah is here.
is he with you right now?
No, he's in his car in the parking lot. I can see him through the window just sitting there waiting to come up. He's going to kill me tonight, Andy. I know it.
Bye, Grace. You!
It's over, Matthews. I'm turning you in.
It's my word against yours.
No! No!
Andy. You killed him.
What in heaven's name are you doing?
Call security. He just tried to kill his wife.
No, I was putting it back in.
She's still alive. I need a crash cart. Stat.
It wasn't me, it was Grace. She pulled the plug. You gotta believe me, it was Grace, I swear it was. Tell me it was you, Grace.
Claire.
Tell me you're awake.
That's Grace Matthews, real society cupcake. Fell into a coma after falling down a flight of stairs, and over here we have her Prince Charming, our latest addition, Andy Hill. It's a real piece of work when he was up and running. Come on, kid. I'll show you the rest of the vegetable aisle.
Somewhere between this world and the next, there lies a void. A place where life and death have no meaning. Where Andy and Grace have taken permanent residence. What matters is that they're together now, thanks to a love that has no boundaries.